Hi everyone, this is Scott again. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the disk management utility to kind of see the separate volumes and partitions on your hard drive. So, to launch the utility, the quickest way I found, the easiest way, is just to open your Start menu button here, and in your search bar, just type partition. And there it is, that create and format hard disk partitions. That's the option we want. You click on that, and that will automatically launch your disk management utility. And so for this, I'm actually doing this on a dual boot laptop. So you can see Windows recognizes anything that it has data on. For example, like the C drive there. And so it's showing this 251.56 gigabytes as unallocated. But I actually know that that is the partition that I created and have a version of Linux installed on. So you can do all kinds of stuff in here. Usually you can shrink these. I'd actually have to reformat that to do anything with it in Windows. But for example, my C drive, I can actually come in and shrink it down a little bit, create a new partition. If I actually had unallocated space, I could extend this volume to make my C drive a little bit bigger, give me more space to save data in Windows. Other than that, you can change the drive letters. Mostly a lot of stuff that you usually won't need to worry about. But you just want to make sure before you use this tool that you don't have any non-Windows operating systems installed on a separate partition, because the Windows utility won't recognize that there's an operating system there. So if I go in and reformat that, I would lose everything I had on that partition in that Linux operating system. If I didn't really care, I could go ahead and reformat that, completely free up that space, and then I could reallocate all of that to my C drive by extending it and making my C drive, more than twice as big as it currently is. I don't want to do that right now. I'm actually fine with a small Windows drive and a little bit larger for my Linux. But that would be one way of going about that if I didn't want to use Linux anymore. I realized this wasn't really in depth. Let's see what else I can go over here. So it does show the file systems here, NTFS, which is probably going to be the most common that you see. You might see some FAT32 or some exFAT, but I think primarily you're going to be dealing with NTFS anymore. If you guys have questions about the different file system types, you can go ahead and leave me some comments, and I'll answer any questions you have there. It does just go ahead and show you the free space and free space percentage and total capacity, all that here. It is good to see that they're all healthy. If you see that any of them aren't, you might want to run like a check disk or something like that, just to see what's going on with those partitions and those sectors within those partitions. Other than that, I think that covers kind of the basics of the disk management utility. Just remember when you're using it that it does not properly detect any non-Windows data or operating systems. So you just want to be careful not to, mess that up if it has like a Linux-based operating system on a separate partition.